So I'm back again on the potato field. I've got about 3 hours. As you know, I've detected this field quite a bit. I can't go in amongst the potatoes, that's a no-no, but I've detected there last time, if you recall, over that way, and I've been all over this. So fingers crossed we can find something. I've turned the sensitivity up on the machine, and I've also changed the frequency to see if that will help. I'm going to try and leave the headphones off for a bit, but if it gets too noisy or can't be heard anyway, then I may put them on. This is the first signal. It's not a very high signal, it's in the 22s or whatever, but it'll be the first dig, so let's see what we can find. So the first target was one of these 0.17 cartridges, the one with the C on it, which I think stands for CCI, company in the States, and that was 22 to 46, I think that gave. So let's crack on. So that's the hole where I dug that 0.17 casing, and I just found two more. One of them was, this one here was in the spoil, but the other one was just on the surface down here somewhere. So 3 for the price of 1, not bad. Let's crack on to the next hole. Second hole, guys. And I can't quite believe this. This is obviously a flat button. I'm not sure whether it's a tomback, but as I said, I've been over this ground and I thought, you know, I'd pretty much cleared it, so I'm surprised to find the button here. But that's great news. Perhaps there's something, perhaps there's a coin waiting for us, which would be cool. So that registered 33 or something, so I thought it was possibly another casing, the 0.17 casing, but obviously not. Third find. Now I don't know whether that's a bit of shrapnel or not, casing off something. We will have to find out. I've changed the settings. I don't know whether I showed you on the detector. I've upped its sensitivity so it's maximum on field 1 now. Oh, I've gone out of focus. And I've changed the frequency. It can be on 1 or 3 frequencies, frequency 1, 2 or 3, and it was on 1. Well, I've put it up to 3 because Sid at England's History, he was using the Simplex and he was looking for hammered coins, and he put the frequency up to 3. So I'm wondering if that's made all the difference. We shall see. On to the next. Right guys, I've got to confess this hasn't been the most interesting of detecting evenings. I found the 3 cartridges and I found the flat button. The settings I put the machine on started doing my heading, and I started getting like false readings, so I turned it back down. And basically I've just gone over old ground again and again and again, and I looked at my clock and realised that I'd only been out an hour and a half. It felt like I'd been out 3 hours. But I've just found something that's possibly made this visit all worthwhile. It's a bucket lister. It's the first time I've ever found one, and I am happy as a pig in shit. And I'll just get it for you now. Here it is, guys, my first thimble. I am I'm dumbstruck, I really am. I just did not expect to find this. I'm so glad that I didn't damage it because I was so cheesed off with pulling bits of can and old iron, and oh, this is unbelievable. I am so thrilled. Whether it's dateable I don't know, but wow. So this field, this potato field, you know, although as I say I've been over it time and time again, it still will surprise me. This one was found in one of the ruts between 2 of the ridges, and I was just walking with my metal detector in front of me, not actually swinging it, and I'm as close to the potato crop as I can get without John coming out and punching me head. So I hadn't actually gone over this ground before. Wow. Right, let's move on to the next hole. Right, so on to the wrap up. Here we have quite a few pieces of coke that I removed from the field, quite a few pieces of aluminium which will be recycled. Here we have bits of iron and whatever, some nails, shotgun cartridge. Three interesting items here. We've got this D-ring, which I'm sure would have been used on a horse tack somewhere. I might put that on the forum to see if anybody could give me an idea. Half a horseshoe, quite a big horseshoe that. This is a bit of pottery. I find this everywhere in the Midlands. Well, I say the Midlands, all over Birmingham I should say. So I would like to know what this is. It's I think it's referred to as black slipware, but I'm not 100% certain. So I'm going to put that on the forum so that I can get that identified and I will know in future. So that's that. So if I pan out a bit, as you can see, quite a bit of stuff removed from the field. Let me now go to the decent stuff. So here's the interesting stuff. I thought I'd show them one at a time. These are the number of .17 cartridges that I managed to grab off the field on this occasion. As you can see, there's the unfired one at the bottom there. There was one amongst these that had got the F letter on the base, which we've had before. We've had all these before. There's the C's and the F. So these will be got rid of. I don't know whether there's any value in trying to recycle these for the metal. So here's the button I found. I haven't done much research on this one, but I think it will be a 1780, 1820 type button because of the way it's fixed to the back there. I will research this, and if it turns out any different, I will let you know. So that's that. I need to get this on the forum. Initially I thought it might be some shrapnel, but looking at the thickness, I do wonder whether this is off a torch, like so that's the where you hold it, where the grip is. Obviously an older type of torch, possibly military type from the war, but I'm going to stick that on the forum and somebody might know. There's a chap on there who's heavily into munitions and things like that, so hopefully he will be able to tell me what it is. So on to the star of the show and my bucket lister. As you can see, I've tried to clean it up a bit. I haven't done too much because the dimples, I don't know what's happening, but they look as if they're coming off. So I didn't want to overdo it. This is possibly Georgian, but it's also possibly Victorian. I was hoping it was more datable than that, but I don't think it is. But still, fantastic find, such a personal find really. You know, finding it in the field. There's suggestion that people wore thimbles when they were harvesting crops to protect their fingers. The other suggestion is that it may be that the older women are spinning wool or something, or darning or things like that, looking after the kids whilst mum and dad are in the field, because apparently there's a lot of thimbles found on agricultural fields. I think it's the latter myself. I think it may be that people are darning clothes and so on, whilst others are working in the field. But as I say, a bucket lister, my first thimble that I've ever found, so it will have a pride of place on my shelf. So yeah. Anyway guys, thanks ever so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Look after yourselves, and I'll catch up with you soon.